What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the latest and greatest Dallas Cowboys news, rumors, and analysis, and today, we're diving into one of the most explosive topics to hit the NFL offseason rumor mill. Chase Young, the former number 2 overall pick and defensive phenom, reportedly joining the Dallas Cowboys and instantly becoming the next nightmare for NFL offensive lines. Now, I know what you're thinking, is this real? Is this hype? Is this a dream scenario or an actual move that's going to make waves across the NFC East and beyond? Well, whether you're skeptical or all in, we're going to break this down from every angle, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why this move, if and when it becomes official, could be the spark that elevates this Cowboys defense from playoff good to Super Bowl elite. So sit back, grab a drink, and let's get into it. Now, let's start with Chase Young himself. We're talking about a generational prospect when he came out of Ohio State, a guy who was terrorizing college offensive lines with freakish speed, power, and length. When Washington took him with the number 2 pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, it wasn't just because he was a good player. It was because he looked like the next Von Miller or Khalil Mack, a game wrecker who could anchor a defense and change games with a single play. And in that rookie year, he showed flashes of exactly that, winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, putting up 7.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and even a touchdown. But, like many promising young athletes, injuries got in the way. A torn ACL derailed his sophomore campaign, and ever since, it's been a roller coaster. He's had trouble staying on the field consistently, and that's led to questions about whether he can still become the elite player he was projected to be. But here's the thing: when Chase Young is healthy, he's still an absolute beast. The burst, the bend, the ability to get off the line and drive offensive tackles backward, it's all still there. You don't just lose that raw talent. What he needs is the right environment, the right coaching, and the right motivation. And that's where the Dallas Cowboys come in. This team already has a stacked defense, headlined by Micah Parsons, arguably the most dominant defensive player in football today. Parsons can line up anywhere, edge, linebacker, even over the center if you ask him to. The Cowboys also have a solid supporting cast, with DeMarcus Lawrence still playing at a high level, Osa Odigizwa coming into his own, and a secondary that includes guys like Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore, giving this team real depth and versatility on the back end. So now imagine throwing Chase Young into that mix. You've got Micah Parsons coming from one side, Chase Young on the other, and offenses trying to figure out which one to double team. Spoiler alert, you can't double them both. It's a pick your poison situation, and quarterbacks across the league are going to feel it. This is more than just a good move, this is a statement. It says the Cowboys aren't here to just win the division or sneak into the playoffs. This says they're going for the jugular. They're hunting for a ring. And this move is how you create that kind of killer instinct on your roster. Now, let's talk about what this actually means on the field. One of the biggest benefits of adding Chase Young is that it allows the Cowboys to create consistent pressure with just 4 guys. That means Dan Quinn or whoever is running the defense this year doesn't need to blitz as often, which keeps more guys in coverage and reduces the risk of giving up big plays. When you can create chaos with just your front 4, it opens up everything else in your playbook. You can run stunts, simulated pressures, drop guys into zone, all while still collapsing the pocket. And Young isn't just a pass rusher, he's solid against the run, too. He can set the edge, shed blockers, and pursue with high motor. And because he's now likely to be used in a rotational system, at least at first, he'll be fresher, more explosive, and more dangerous in crucial situations like 3-RD and long or in the red zone. It's scary to think about. Also, think about the psychological impact this has on opponents. If you're an opposing offensive coordinator preparing for the Cowboys, you already had your hands full with Parsons. You've got to chip him, double him, slide protection toward him. But now, with Young on the other edge, Now you've got to divide your attention, and that means you're vulnerable somewhere. Maybe your running back misses a block. Maybe your right tackle can't handle the speed. Maybe your quarterback panics and throws an interception. This is what great defenses do. They don't just stop you, they pressure you into making mistakes. And Young has the potential to be a mistake creator in this system. Let's also not forget how this affects the locker room. This isn't just an on-field boost. It's an energy injection. The Cowboys have had their share of letdowns in recent years: playoff exits, injuries, drama. But adding a guy like Chase Young, a former top pick with something to prove, is a signal to everyone on the team that the front office isn't playing around. It motivates the veterans, it challenges the younger guys to step up, and it shows the fans that this team is pushing all its chips in. There's also the element of mentorship and development. Being around Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and others could help Young retool his game, refine his technique, and rebuild his confidence. Sometimes, a change of scenery is all a player needs. We've seen it time and time again. A guy leaves a team that didn't know how to use him, lands in the right spot, and suddenly he's back to Pro Bowl form. And for Chase Young, this is that opportunity. If he can stay healthy, and yes, that's still, and if he has everything he needs in Dallas to return to being a dominant force. Now, we do have to be fair and talk about the risks. Health is the obvious one. If the injuries continue to linger, then the Cowboys may not get the return on investment they're hoping for. And depending on what they gave up to acquire him, whether it's draft picks, cap space, or future flexibility that could come back to haunt them. But let's be real, the NFL is about risk. You don't win championships by playing it safe. You win by betting on talent, and Chase Young has that in spades. Also, if the Cowboys' medical staff can help keep him in top condition, manage his snap counts, and avoid overuse, then there's no reason why he can't play a full, productive season. And don't forget, this could be a prove-it year for him, too. Whether he's on a short deal or eyeing a big extension, he's motivated. He wants to earn that next contract, and that hunger, that fire, could bring out the best in him. You want hungry dogs on your defense, and Young is hungry. Now, looking at the big picture, this move pairing Chase Young with Micah Parsons could be the best edge rushing duo in the league if it pans out. We're talking about two freak athletes with elite pass rush traits, both under the age of 27, and both capable of taking over a game. That's not something many teams can say. Think about the teams Dallas will face this year: the Eagles with Jalen Hurts, the 49ers with that complex offense, maybe the Lions or even the Chiefs if things go really well. You need pressure in those games. You need to affect the quarterback. And Young gives Dallas another elite weapon to do exactly that. Whether it's getting the sack, tipping a pass, forcing a fumble, it's all about disruption. And with this move, the Cowboys are saying they're done being reactive. They're going on the attack. So whether you're an offensive coordinator in the NFC East or a quarterback prepping for a Sunday night showdown, just know, your job just got a whole lot harder. Because with Chase Young in the building, this Cowboys defense isn't just good. It's dangerous. And for the rest of the league? That should be terrifying. So let me know what you think, Cowboys fans. Is this the move we've been waiting for? Will Chase Young revive his career in Dallas and help lead us to the promised land? Or are there still concerns that need to be addressed? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're hyped for this potential duo of destruction, and don't forget to subscribe for more Cowboys content, rumors, film breakdowns, and all things blue and silver. This is your boy signing off until next time. Stay loud, stay proud, and go Cowboys.